I dare you to shut out the world. I dare you to shut out all the distractions. I dare you to give up everything that is keeping you from your dream.
If you have a dream, don't just sit there. Get your ass up and make something happen. Sometimes you just have to move. Do something. Make a call. Reach out to someone. Google something. Learn something new. Write down what you need to do in order to make a better life for yourself. And be brave enough to do those things.
I dare you to take a stand today to say no more. I will no longer accept this for my life. I dare you to take action today. I dare you to write your goals down and get someone. I dare you to work on yourself.
It gets started by jealous people. Are those the words to the song? Good morning, Facebook. Good morning, YouTube. I'm rocking out to this. Tell me that temptation is very hard to resist. These wicked women, they just persist. All these rumors. Look at the. I don't know if what I'm about to talk about is a rumor or if the shit is just playing out in front of us. But good morning, everybody. Good morning, Facebook. Good morning, YouTube. Let me just take this net off of the microphone so it's not touching because I think that's part of the problem with my sound. But anyway, guys, the rumors. I don't know if these are rumors or it's just sad state of affairs. Good morning, Brightly. Good morning, Lady Amaris. Good morning, Kiss the Boys. Good morning, One Reliable Sing. Good morning. Good morning. Let me go over to Facebook really quickly because y'all know that I have to adjust my page, my video. Okay. Let me edit the audience. Okay, thank you, Kiss the Boys. I appreciate it. All right, I do. Let me just edit the post real quick on Facebook. 1 second. I had to change the title, y'all, on Facebook because I always have these old titles. And so, you know, keeping up with this podcast is a lot of work. Hey, Kiss the Boys, thank you so much for the invite of other people. I do appreciate when you guys extend the invitation to other people to join the show. I really, really do. I am live on Facebook. When I look forward, I'm on Facebook and I'm looking at the YouTube. Well, actually, the podcast is in front of me. And then to my left, when I'm looking at you like this IG, I'm looking at IG. Hey, Johnny Leon Hill. Good morning. Good morning. Happy freaking Tuesday. And we are talking about. It's true. But girl, I'm not impressed. I tell you one time only with my business, please don't mess. Rumors and other people's business. So I just want to touch on something. And you know what? This is really, hey, Pat, good morning. You know, for me, I just want to touch on the Kanye West thing really quickly. Good morning, Rashmi from YouTube. Good morning. It's not even funny anymore, guys. Right? The whole thing with Kanye West is actually very sad the way it's playing out on social media. This is exactly what I mean when I say people take their personal business too far on social media. I myself have been guilty, okay, of playing out some personal experiences on social media, but I have convinced myself, right, that that's not the right thing to do. And so I try to have some restraint, okay, when doing that. I know a lot of people, you know, might feel lonely, might feel like they don't have anybody to talk to. So they go to social media and they post shit. Or people go to social media and they post shit, hoping that the person that hurt them, that they're mad at, is going to read the item that they posted, right? And it's like having this social media fight. Okay. But this whole thing with Kim Kardashian and Kanye West, it's really a sad state of affairs, right? We forget the kids that's involved here, right? Now, Kanye might have some great points. Kim might have some great points. I don't the fuck know because I think they're both crazy, right? But that's my opinion. But I also feel as though the depth of their problems, right, should be kept off of social media. It's not even funny to me anymore. I really, really feel like this how motherfuckers show up missing, right? I mean, y'all saw the last picture Kanye West that's circulating around on social media of Kanye West holding up a sign. Hey, Tammy, good morning. Holding up a sign talking about, it had the stick figure people, him, Kim and the kids, and he drew a son and all kind of shit holding hands. And then he posted another picture on Valentine's Day where, hey, Glamour 47, where he had a pickup truck, like a F-150 or some shit like that, filled with roses, right? And on the truck it said, my focus is Kim Kardashian or something like that. Y'all motherfuckers keep laughing at that shit if y'all want to. I This how motherfuckers show up missing. Okay. I listen, I be saying to myself, I want a man to love on me like that and be all, a little bit crazy. Cause I like a little bit crazy. But Kanye, I'm praying for you, man. Okay. I don't know if those whole things. What did I play this morning? Look at all these rumors. It's about me every day. I just need some time to get away. All these damn rumors. I just need some time to get away. The rumor is that, and y'all heard it before. Good morning, AG. Y'all heard it before. Anybody that mess with the Kardashians gets crazy, right? But I honestly feel that, Kanye has not been the same since he lost his mom, right? And then entering the Kim Kardashian realm probably didn't help that shit, right? But I'm gonna tell y'all no lie, I'm not laughing at the man no more. It was funny in the beginning, but I wouldn't be right to come on Coffee with Friends when I talk about how we need to unpack trauma, how we need to deal with our inner pains, right? Because they do show up in our life in some way, shape, or form. And I feel like Kanye's traumas, right, and his issues are showing up in his life right now, right? And people are taking every opportunity to joke about this shit. Right. But yet and still, on the flip side, we say mental illness is real. We got to make up our mind, motherfuckers. We got to make up our mind. If we are saying that mental illness is real, and we are saying that more and more of our men and Black women need to recognize that mental illness is real, and we are complimenting that more and more Black people, men and women, are recognizing mental health and seeking help for it, then why are we fucking laughing at Kanye? I don't think it's funny. I just scroll now because it could be a very scary situation. It's like we're watching someone just unfold their whole life, mental state unfold right before our eyes. I don't think it's funny. I don't laugh at it anymore. Wait, let me go up. Yoga Girl Sai said Kanye never got over losing his mother. He's been unstable ever since. Yep, twins, we agree. We agree with that. Kiss the Boy says Kanye is a little bipolar schizophrenic. Maybe, right? But that ain't no shit to laugh at. Bipolar schizophrenic is a form of mental illness, right? It's not anything to laugh at, right? How many motherfuckers laughed before somebody killed themselves, right? How many people in school grew up being bullied? I grew up being bullied. I remember being in IS 59, right? And this was when I had told y'all before that there was a time in my life that I felt like I didn't want to live. I was a teenager, right? And I obviously wasn't serious about it, or I just didn't know what the fuck to do because I wasn't doing the right thing to wipe myself out. But the thing is being bullied, being bullied, there's various forms of being bullied, right? People laughing at Kanye West and what he's going through and creating these stupid ass memes. I mean, the memes are funny, guys, but sometimes I get scared when it's involved with mental illness. It reminds me of, the Joker. The person that's walking around wearing a smile all the time, but it's really, really, really fucked up on the inside, right? I remember going through IS 59. Hey, Sandra Brooks. I remember going through IS 59 growing up, junior high school. All my other friends ended up at 231 junior high school. I ended up at IS 59. I was bullied for several months in that school. And it was, listen, as big as my mouth is, right? As feisty as I am, when you got 5 and 6 bitches at you every single day, it gets exhausting physically and mentally, right? Ultimately, I followed my mother's advice and I start box cutting motherfuckers. But still, the mental damage was there, even though eventually I fought back in junior high school. For a long, long time, mentally, I dealt with the residuals of being bullied, right? And the funny shit about it is, the shit that I was bullied about, my short, nappy ass hair. But meanwhile, bitches are trying to have 4C hair today, right? They mad when their hair ain't 4C. But I was being teased about having 4C hair. And here I am now rocking my shit like I don't give two fucks. You see how life is? Kiss the Boys say, I say this as a kid that has a bipolar schizophrenic mother. Okay, so your mom is bipolar schizophrenic. Wow. Kiss the Boys. I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully, she's managing with it, meaning, you know, whatever regimen or routine her doctors have her on, hopefully she's maintaining, right? We don't ask to wake up and have schizophrenia. We don't wake up and ask to have bipolar, right? And I certainly don't wake up and ask for these anxieties. A lot of us are suffering with a lot of things we can't control. Anxieties is one of them. I mean, I sit there and I have my anxiety attacks and I be like, please God, I don't want these shits. I want the, and it's funny because someone asked me the other day, we were driving in a car, there's several things that go on with me. I was in a car accident. So when I drive in a car with someone else, I'm very nervous, right? And so it plays out, right? And someone said to me the other day, Dag, why are your anxiety so bad? And I was like, wow, right? I don't want them to be. I hate these shits, right? So please be gentle with those that are dealing with mental health illness mental health issues, okay? Please be gentle with those, whether they are, you know, public figures or not. Be gentle. Shit, I'm not laughing at the Kanye thing anymore. But good morning, y'all. Happy fucking Tuesday. Anybody watching anything new? I was watching Love After Lockup last night. Who would date a guy in jail? I knew a couple of people that dated guys in jail. Right. So, I don't want to hear a motherfucker say, I will never date a motherfucker in jail. Well, let me not lie because I'm going to say that. I ain't nothing. Right? I never dated a guy in jail, and I don't think I ever will. I'm just going to put I don't think I ever will, right? Because life is so funny, you never know. But I don't think I ever will. Anybody on here ever think to date a guy in jail, right? When I look at Love and Lockup, I ask myself a few questions. But the main one is, what makes you want to date somebody in jail? Right? When you think about dating somebody, right? You want to spend time with them, you want to go out on dates, you want to feel special, you want to have an exchange, of things, me take care of you, you take care of me, right? Why do we think people marry people in jail? Right? Is it because they feel, well, you know what? I'm not even going to say is it because one girl on the show said, I do it because I feel that I get all the love and the attention. Yeah, on that phone call. For that 30 minutes he wrote that letter to you, you got all that attention, right? Every time I watch Love and Lockup, the story is always similar slash same. These guys are in there talking to multiple women at the same time, right? Trying to figure out who's going to take care of them when they come out. Some of these guys get out, and the women that are taking care of them don't even know that they're getting out of jail. Why would you choose to date somebody in jail? Anybody on here ever date somebody that was locked up in jail? I don't mean date a felon. Met somebody that is a felon, but they're free. I'm talking about actually meeting someone and dating them while they are locked the fuck down. Who's done that? No judgment. I'm just asking. AG said at least he's not wearing a dress and changing his sex. True, AG. True. Right? Right. Kim Kardashian's mom, dad. I mean, but yeah, there's that. Right. Oh, Kiss the Boys said yet. That just reminds me. Oh my God. Who was that? Oh God. Now his name escapes me. And I just saw him on TV the other day. And I was like, damn, he's still weird. He's in the Planet Fitness commercial. Oh God. I can't think of his name right now. I'm bad with names. I'm bad with names. I'm bad with names. All right. AG said, I believe he blames himself for his mother's death. Well, y'all remember what happened to his mother, allegedly, right? I'm using allegedly a lot now because, motherfuckers like lawyers and shit. Just saying. I don't want to have to call my lawyer for some other shit, you know, right? So allegedly, okay, allegedly his mom died after getting a tummy tuck or some work done, some plastic surgery work done, and she had some health issues on top of that. And the doctor that performed, and this is all very vague, so allegedly, the doctors that performed the doctor that performed the surgery had several malpractice suits already open. That's the funny thing, guys. Just be careful with the doctors you pick. I had to learn the hard way. Okay. A lot of times that, you find these doctors and they are rated 5 stars, right? And you trust them and they got good reviews up on Google and all these doctor sites and shit. But some of these doctors with these good reviews also have malpractice suits. I had to find that out the hard way, right? I trusted my doctor and he fucked me up. He butchered me. Okay. And so, I guess she wanted a procedure and her body just couldn't sustain it, allegedly. Hey, Veronica Madison Beauty. Good morning. Yoga Girl Side said at AG, he might and probably does. He paid for it. So, yeah, he probably does. Yeah. The surgery, right? Yeah, he probably does. Think about it. My cousin whose dad committed suicide. She told me the other day that, while she walks her dog, that oftentimes she ends up at her dad's building, which is if you know anything about Co-op City in the Bronx, all the, they're in sections. And so in each section, there's a series of buildings and the buildings are close together. Her dad actually lived in the building behind her. So when she walks the dog, uh, subconsciously, she just winds up in front of his building. And one day she said to me, I don't know when I'm going to stop hurting or when I'm going to stop mourning. And I said, in your own time, right? People have to heal in their own fucking time. And so Kanye is still healing, I believe. And on top of that, he done entered the world of crazy in the Kardashians. Pat said, Kim's whole wealth is based on social media. Kanye was easy prey for her. He needs help. He does. I'm with you, Pat. I am so with you on that. On that whole statement, he does need help, right? And so I'm not laughing at it anymore. I'm not reposting shit laughing at Kanye anymore because I think it's to a point where it's scary. That's my opinion. That's not the topic today, but that's my opinion. Rashmi said, I thought they warned her not to have the surgery because of her own health, but she went ahead and did it anyway, allegedly. That's exactly what I heard too, Rashmi. I heard that several doctors denied doing the procedure on her, and she found this one doctor, right, that decided it was okay to do it. And ultimately, this same doctor had a lot of malpractice suits, right? Some of these doctors are just out here for the money, y'all, right? I heard the same thing allegedly. Rashmi said the hurt and mourning never stops. You just learn how to live differently, learn how to cope and work around it. And so I don't think, and I agree with that, Rashmi, right? We learn to cope and work around it. And I don't think Kanye West has done that yet, right? Maybe he has abandonment issues, and that's why he bought the house across the street from Kim Kardashian. Maybe his abandonment issues came from the loss of his mom, right? Maybe, him posting he can't see his kids and they're kidnapping his kids are all fears of abandonment issues. I don't know. I'm not a licensed therapist or a certified life coach, but I know the shit is not funny. And if I know that, I know some of y'all know that too. Kiss the Boy says, my mom had been on and off terrorizing the family. My cousin a few years ago made or parents into Black history figures. Oh, made our parents into Black history figures. He said my mom, aka that N-word noodle, the first Black man to break out of Ancora Mental Hospital. Kiss the Boys. Okay. That's big time. He broke the fuck out of Ancora Mental Hospital. Am I pronouncing that right? Now, I've been to the psych floor in the hospital. Now, I've never been to a whole mental hospital where all the floors were for mental patients. But here in Hackensack, the sixth floor, if somebody tell you, come visit me, I'm on the sixth fucking floor, that's the psychiatric floor. Right now, I've been to that floor in the hospital because I've known somebody that was there a couple of times. I'm not judging, right? I'll go visit you. I'll go support you, right? I know somebody that was there a couple of times. And when I go on that floor, it is serious lockdown. That is just one fucking floor. Okay. You can't get on and off the elevator without somebody escorting you because they have the card key that operates the elevator and all these other keys, right? I don't know how motherfuckers break out of a whole mental hospital when that one floor in Hackensack is locked the fuck down, like maximum fucking security. I mean, it is serious, okay, in there. I've been there. I've been there a couple of times to visit. Listen, if I was in there, I'd be asking y'all to visit me, but I never been the patient. Not that I'm saying I'm not crazy. Mm. We as Black folks joke as a coping mechanism. Oh my God. Can I talk about how Kiss the Boys, how that triggers me? I see. All right. I'm recognizing that I'm still triggered by certain things, right? And that when I recognize that I'm still triggered by certain things, I know that I need to still, constantly work and focus on my healing process. When you say people joke a lot as a coping mechanism, oh my fucking God, that just made my whole entire ass itch. Okay. You know why? Because I used to date somebody. Don't matter who they were, what piece on the chessboard they played, right? I used to date someone that every fucking thing was a just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. I am so triggered by statements and then ending just kidding at this point. When I'm in the middle of a serious conversation, that even in a new relationship, I know that that's going to trigger me, right? I'm going to be, listen, for y'all out here trying to date me, right? If you say something serious to me and you put just kidding on the end, it's going to trigger me, right? If you serious about what you're saying to me, Be serious about that. So I know where you stand. But if everything is just kidding, I know my motherfucker, I ain't never gonna take your ass serious. Right? And then what happens as the relationship continues and the motherfucker look at you and go, so you think I'm a joke? Yeah, motherfucker, because every time you say some shit, you go just kidding. So yeah, I'm looking at you like you a fucking joke at this point. I'm just saying. People have to learn that is a coping mechanism, and that is one that makes my ass itch. Hey, Madison. Hey, I'm Pyro. Yoga Girl Side said, how do you date a guy in jail? Isn't he just your pen pal? Well, that's a great question. But people are doing it. You watch Love After Lockup. People date people in jail. My brother got a whole wife in jail. What you talking about, Yoga Girl Side? I mean, he dated this woman for years. She came up there and stood side by side. They got married. He had a whole wife. He found a whole wife while being in jail. It started out as a pen pal, and then it turned into visits, and then it turned into a wedding ceremony. People date. People get married in jail all the time. What you talking about? Oh, Rashmi chimed in. People get married in jail. Sure do. I know a lot of people who date motherfuckers in jail. The fuck? My son always had a girlfriend in jail. The fuck? He did. You know, his girl held him down for one whole bid. The first bid. When he went in for the second bid, true story, she was going to hold him down the second bid too. And he said no. True story. He was like, no. He had the opportunity to get married while he was in jail. He did. He said no. He said, what do I look like? So don't just take it for granted that motherfuckers behind bars always want to get married. That's not the case for all motherfuckers behind bars, but then there are those. But my son had the opportunity to get married while he was in there. He said, no, look, man, I don't need the stress of worrying about having a wife and I'm locked the fuck up in jail. What kind of mess is that? Now, he's done some crazy things, right? But that was not one of them. No matter how desperate he might have wanted to be taken care of while he was in jail, no matter how much money he might have needed these girls to put in his commissary, he wasn't going to get married. He wasn't falling for the okie doke. Right? And that was him behind bars. So there's plenty of ladies, Yoga Girl side, that go in there and want to marry these men. Trust and believe. Okay? My brother, like I said, got a whole wife while he was in there. And when that marriage didn't work, he always had a girl somewhere. Johnny said, I take nothing away from Kanye's mental illness issues, but let's not forget he likes to keep himself relevant. He also might have an obsession compulsive disorder. But Johnny, isn't that all a part of mental health illness? Isn't that all a part of it, honestly? Right? You know, some people handle their depression differently. Like I know some people that constantly, need to be relevant, right? That's a coping mechanism. That could be a coping mechanism. To me, it's still a part of the mental illness. Who in their right fucking mind that has all their capacities is going to stand up on social media after you've been dogged publicly and hold up a sign with stick figures drawing of a family, putting names like me, Kanye, Kim, and the kids? Who's going to stand on social media and have the world laugh at you on purpose? To me, that's not a person with all their mental capacity. Right? And so, yes, he does want to keep himself relevant. And that's why a lot of us, that's why they say, if you do not suffer mental illness, you can't really speak on it. You don't really understand it. You can only understand it if you are in that person's space and shoes. Same way we go, we don't understand why people commit suicide. It's not for you to understand. You don't have the mental capacity to understand it because you don't feel like you want to commit suicide. You're not suffering with that type of a mental issue. Right? So when we look at people and we go, "Oh, they deserve what they get because they're all over social media." That could be a coping mechanism. Just kidding. It could be a cry for help. Just like the motherfuckers we laugh at that get on social media and say, I'm going to kill myself. And people be like, oh, motherfucker, you ain't going to kill yourself because you on social media talking about it. How y'all know? Everybody wants to be a scholar. How do y'all know? I, listen, I don't put, I don't try to profess that I know everything. Right? I give my opinion and I give my perspective, but also I leave room, right? I leave room for other than. Maybe it's something else. Like I'm not trying to, y- diagnose Kanye, but people have issues. Dennis Rodman, yoga girl side, you were in my damn head. Fucking Dennis Rodman. How did you know? Because I said Planet Fitness commercial. Dennis Rodman. Y'all know how y'all motherfuckers joked about him and y'all said that motherfucker was crazy? He don't give two fucks. Never gave he if zero fucks was a person, Dennis Rodman is it. He's in the Planet Fitness commercial and he still look exactly the same. He still is dressing the same exact way. He don't give two shits. Remember how the media used to drag Dennis Rodman through the media and call his ass crazy? Hey, Tally. Hey, Future. Good morning. Good morning, Damaris. Tally said, never, you move to a place of coping, but you never stop grieving. And Natalia, baby, Uncle Franklin, I felt that. You know, you, my baby daddy's family, you know, there's a place in my life that they will always reside, right? Because you know, that was like a big time in my life. And so Tally, you have my condolences. The whole family has my condolences. Uncle Franklin, I still call him that. Yeah. That's my baby daddy's uncle. He passed on. And I still feel when I saw that post, I felt it and I inboxed you, Tally. And it just reminds me that time is short and time is precious. Spend it with those you love. AG said, I believe he doesn't have the right support system to help him through his situations. I want to agree with you, AG. I do. I want to agree with that. I want to agree that he probably does not have the right support system because people are too busy laughing at him. I don't even laugh at it anymore. I don't. I just scroll past it and shake my head because I'm like, oh my God. Like and I had to remind myself, I had to check myself. Every now and again, I have to check myself because if I say I have a platform that talks about dealing with healing, I can't come on here and promote joking on people that's suffering with mental illness. It wouldn't be right of me. Yoga Girl Side said you absorb the loss and it changes you in an immediate way. The loss and grief dims but never goes away. Never does. I mean, there was very few people that I grieved that I lost that I grieved. I've lost my grandparents, but I deeply grieve my grandmother, right? Like she is one of those people that I still have that shows up in my dreams every now and again in a weird way, right? Um, I grieve my dad. I very rarely dream about him, but I do deeply grieve him. There are certain things that, music that comes on or things that I remember, each time I drive on the Cross Bronx Expressway, when I pass his block, I always point it out and go, my dad lived on that block. No matter how many times the person in the car I've said that to, they might have said, bitch, you done told me that 55 times. But let me tell it to you 56 times. Let me tell it to you 57 times. Because really and truly, when I drive past that block, I'm really not telling you that he lived on that block. It's just me having a reflective moment, right? So I expect my friends and family to have patience with me when I'm driving on the Cross Bronx Expressway and I point to that block and I say, my dad lived on that block. Don't fucking look at me and go, you told me that already, bitch. That's just me in the moment. Okay. Pat said Rodman is crazy like a fox. He is his own person. And like you said, he don't give a damn. He don't. Right? And we teased him and we joked him, but Dennis Rodman might have had a different, a different strength in him. Right? Matter of fact, he just disappeared. He said, fuck y'all. Right? But Kanye West, I'm going to agree with AG. I do not think he has the right support system. I think that, you know, the joking and shit is not helping y'all. Tally said, are we discussing Gene Yard's documentary? It's very good, very interesting. Oh, Genius? I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. What is that? Genius documentary? I know I want to watch the Tinder Swindler, right? Anybody on here watch the Tinder Swindler? Because I definitely want to watch the Tinder Swindler. So Future said, I saw a comment from a guy who said, if a guy never did what Kanye is doing after a breakup for you, then you haven't been truly loved. Ooh, that's sad that someone thinks that's love. Right? No, it's toxic. It's traumatic for everyone involved, the children, the adults, everyone. Wow. But that goes to show you, Future, that everyone doesn't have the same thought about what love is. How to show love, how to express love. We don't all have the same definition of what that is, and we talk about that all the time on Coffee with Friends. The experience of love oftentimes comes from what we experienced growing up, what we've experienced in our past relationships. And a lot of times, a lot of us spend many, many years unlearning that toxic love, right? And so the mere fact that this person said, if y'all never did this shit, y'all don't know what love is. No, baby. This is not love. This is, I need help. Recognize it, not only in Kanye West, but recognize it in your friends. Recognize it in your family. If you got the family member who's always talking and everything after the talk is just kidding, you need to take that person aside and go, are you okay, boo? Right? Because everything is not a joke. Are you all right? Let's start asking each other if we are good. Yoga Girl side at Kiss the Boy, is he on the run? Yeah. Wait, who the fuck is on the run? What I fucking miss? Who's on the run? Kiss the Boy says, saying that my mom is so crazy, she broke out. He changed the name to that N-word noodle and said she was a man. This was not too long after her mental health had him almost locked up. How do you, oh my goodness. Wow. I'm so sorry you went through that. You know what? Also, it's so crazy because in my family, now I've never met, my mother is on here, right? My mom is on here, right? So I just want to make sure that I'm not getting ready to lie. So correct me if I'm wrong, right? Bob, my my great grandfather, Bob, right? He's my great grandfather. I never met his original wife. Mother, correct me if I'm wrong, but my mother says she was in a mental institution. Yeah. How many of you go through your family and find out who in your family was in a mental institution? Right? You'd be surprised. I was surprised to find out that someone in my family was actually in a mental institution. I never met her. My great grandmother. Never met her. I vaguely remember seeing pictures of her. Vaguely. I don't even remember what her culture was. Okay, mother said none of us met her. See? So, mother, you never met her. Why hadn't any of you met her? Is it because she's been in a mental hospital from when you guys were little? Did she die in a mental institution? Listen, mental health is real. Y'all might have some motherfuckers in your families that been in a mental hospital. So, kiss the boys. I got somebody, a great grandmother I never met. Okay. So when motherfuckers in my family act crazy, I ain't surprised. I be like, it's in the blood somewhere. Because we got a one or two in our family that need a little bit of special help. And it can run in the blood. For real. Kiss the boy said, how do you date someone you ain't never went on a date with? All right. Great question, Kiss the boys. Um, I mean, listen, how many people date online? And now, I used to know a girl. Let me finish the question first. How many people date online for years and fall in love and never went out on a date with the person? They just dating online. How many people you know? We just talked about fucking catfish the other day. Motherfuckers be all in love, right? How about 90 Day Fiance? This is real shit. People that fall in love for talking on the phone for 3 months, talking about their phone is broke and their cameras don't work. Motherfuckers flying to other countries, okay, and finding out that the person never met them, is not going to meet them because the person might not even be real. People are still falling in love, y'all, without going out on physical dates. That's another good one. Right, okay, so Rashmi said, everyone's definition of dating is different. True. True. Right? And maybe their visitations are dates. You know that they got video visitations. My brother could call me. We be on video. I see him. I see the other jailbirds in the background. Right? Y'all know they got video dating, video phones, the same way y'all do video calls on Facebook and Match.com. What's the difference? What is the difference of video with somebody in jail? Because a lot of you motherfuckers video with people for a whole. I knew a girl. True story. She told me, and listen, I'm not going to mention your name, boo, but if you watch my show and you recognize this is your story, don't worry. I'm not mentioning your name. Okay. Um, she was dating this guy. She lived in one place. The guy lived in a whole nother state. Okay. She was talking to him and dating him. This is a real fucking story. Okay. 6, 7 years. And when she told me that, I was like, 6, 7 years. Have you seen him? She said, they do exchange pictures. She sent me a picture of him. I don't remember whether she said they did video, right? But I said 6, 7 years, neither one of y'all could go to each other's state and visit. And when she told me, no, he's always busy, but he's always in Atlanta. The man lived in the Bronx or Brooklyn, one of the B's. And she lived in another state. Don't matter. And he was going to Atlanta all the time, which is a state past the state she lived. So I said, this motherfucker going from Brooklyn or the Bronx, the B barrel, going past your state to go to Atlanta several times a year, but not stopping to see you. And you've been dating him for 6 to 7 years. Talk about you love him. People do it. People do it. Oh, yes, visits and dates. Hey, Jello, good morning. Yoga Girl Sai said, I know people get married in jail. I didn't know what they did. I guess visits are dates, right? And there are some people that have successful marriages that married in jail. Have y'all know, right? Because guess what? They spent a lot of time communicating. Them motherfuckers probably communicated more than y'all got men out here in the free world. Now, I would never date a man. I'ma say it. Fuck it. I never dated a man in jail, and I don't plan on ever dating a man in jail, right? Because I like to be taken out. I like to spend time. I like to cuddle and shit, right? But I'm not judging people who do it. I'm not judging people who do it, right? Uh, 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 But again, some of these motherfuckers are having better communication. Listen, I have better communication with my brother when he's locked down than when he's free. Because when he's free, he ain't never got no time. He don't have time to sit down and talk. But when he locked up, we get the deepest conversations, baby. I be like, oh, you remind me why I love you. So maybe this is why motherfuckers fall in love. They fall in love with that deep conversation because a lot of y'all free motherfuckers don't have that. When's the last time a free man wrote you a letter by hand? That shit is sexy. When's the last time a motherfucker called you on the phone and just chatted with you for 20, 30 minutes on the phone just because? Mm, right? Kiss the Boy says maybe celibate women like it because those are the only men that will date you, that are cool with not getting any. Also, if you believe him to be straight, then she knows he isn't cheating physically. Right, right. So there's a safety net there for some people, right? I'm not judging. I'm not judging. You know, listen, I'm gonna say this though. The one thing I am gonna say, and this is probably because it's a TV show, but I'm gonna tell you, a lot of these motherfuckers come out of jail and they be buying their girls rings, and these motherfuckers in the free world, I be in whole relationships like, that man just came out of love. He on love after lockup, and he came out and he bought her a whole diamond ring, talking about would you marry me? But a lot of you motherfuckers in the free world, y'all can't even get y'all men to put a diamond ring on y'all finger because he keeps saying he can't afford it. I don't know, guys. It's not for me, but I'm not judging those who do it. Kiss the Boy says that stick figure shit is so second grade too. Seems off for a 40-plus-year-old. Yeah, exactly. The stick figures. When I saw that picture and Kanye holding that up, I was like, help him. Tally said, I don't think he had been the same since he lost his mom. I think that haunts him. He was very close to her. Yeah, we're all agreeing with that. We are all agreeing with that. Look at another person that just lost their mom, Tyrese. Well, we know, right? She don't, Pat. Pat said, how does she know he is not cheating physically? Physically, she doesn't. That's why she says believes that he's not. If she believes that he's straight and he's not cheating physically, right? If she believes it, that's all that matters. But it's such a misconception. Everybody thinks that the guys in jail, all the guys go to jail, they let other guys suck their peen and do them in the butt. That's not true, y'all. Every guy in there is not doing that, right? Just like if you went to now, if I went to jail, let me be honest. Let me be fucking honest this morning. If I went to jail, I'm gonna say this. These ladies ain't got to beat my ass to lick my cooch. You want to lick my cooch? What? Now, you might have to beat me down to lick your cooch, right? You might have to do that. But if you say to me, "Oh, babe, you look good. I wanna eat your ass. I wanna lick your cooch," you, and I'm doing some years, I'll be like, let me check your mouth. Let me make sure you good up in there." You don't have to beat me down to lick my cooch, right? But I can also come home from the hooscow and say, listen, babe, a couple of girls licked my cooch. It's okay though, right? Because I'm not going to take a beat down just because you want to lick my cooch. I'm going to let them. That's my truth, right? I'm going to let you lick my cooch. But women can come home and say that shit and their man will be like, okay, babe, I know. But a lot of these men can't come home and say, "Oh, I let the man lick my nuts or put my peen in his mouth and spank my ass a little bit." A lot of women are not going, they're going to be like, nah, I pass. You for the other side now. I don't want it. Hey, Theo. Hey, E Hustle Productions. Oh, the Planet Fitness commercial gave it away. I figured that. Glamour said, yes, illness has mental illnesses have different faces. Chelsea, for one, didn't see that coming. And Lizzo, love her, but I think she has one too. I do too. Right? And her coping mechanism is what? She be out there showing her naked ass, then everybody go on and laugh at her. Wait, let me rewind. She go on and show her naked ass, exuding all this confidence, right? And everybody's like, yes, Lizzo is so confident. Yes, go Lizzo. And then everybody comes out and starts teasing her about her body, fat shaming her, which is wrong, right? Bullying is wrong. And then she cries. Like, you know how this is going to play out, Lizzo. These people on social media give zero fucks, right? So I agree with you, Glamour. And I was saying about Tyrese, right? Is it Tyrese? His mom. Do I have that right? His mom just passed on. And so that's going to be another thing that the Shade Room and BF Daily and everybody's going to be throwing around, right? And we already know that he's sensitive anyway. Mental illness is real, y'all. Stop laughing at these motherfuckers. And the thing that kills me is that we're laughing at these men. And in the same breath, we turn around and we say, why are our men not being vulnerable with us? Why are our men not sharing their deepest emotions and their feelings with us? Why are our men not telling us the type of mental distraught that they're going through? Because publicly we laughing. We're laughing at the men that are displaying it publicly, and we're laughing. And your husband and your boyfriend and your uncle and your male friends are all watching you laugh at Kanye, Tyrese, and all these other motherfuckers on social media displaying their mental illness. And they're looking at you going, how could I trust being vulnerable around someone that's laughing at all this shit that's going on social media? How can I trust that they're my safe space? We got to stop laughing at this shit, y'all. I know I know it gets a lot of likes, but these are people's real lives. And then when they kill themselves, we be like, why did they do it? Hey, T Breezy. Thanks for joining Coffee with Friends. Hey, Manny Walker. Glamour 47 said, Atalia, oh my, I didn't put 2 and 2 together. So sorry to hear. Oh, Glamour, you didn't put it. Soon as I saw the name. That was my, listen, Uncle Franklin was always there. Kiss the Boy says, I miss my dad. I have been crying on and off all week. It will be 5 years on the 18th, and his birthday is on the 28th. I know it. Every holiday, I feel that sadness. I don't share it with anybody, right? Because December, many of my uncles have birthdays in December, including my dad. And then there's Christmas. And that's also around the time that I miss my grandmother, although she didn't die around Christmas, but Christmas was a big thing for my grandmother. And so I know, Kiss the Boys, we have our times where things affect us emotionally. Okay. Tally said that's Kanye's new documentary just came out. Oh, okay. Okay, I have to look that up. Kanye in German means toxic. Wow. Wow. I didn't know that. Thanks for sharing that. Kiss the Boy says, I call my mood from mid-November to March my dead dad feelings. I am snappy, standoffish, tired, and rather be unbothered during this period. I hear that. The general said, I've exited Kanye's group chat. He's having across social media. Yeah. I don't blame you. Soulful said Kanye seems to always need to be around people to escape things going through his head. Right. It's a cope. I believe he's just trying to cope. Right. Wolfman Chase, good morning. Tally said at Kiss the Boys, my mom's heavenly birthday is tomorrow, and it's been 20 years and it still hurts. Celebrate your dad. Yeah. Yeah. That's another one. Tally's mom. My mother-in-law. My baby daddy's mommy. My son's grandmom. Miss her. Kiss the Boy says, my mom and dad was in a mental institution for prolonged periods. My dad for major depression. My sister for the same. Okay, people. Know your history in your family. That shit runs through the blood sometimes. Okay? Be careful who you laughing at. The general said, I had an uncle on my dad's side that was in a mental institution, and my dad's brothers and sisters hid it from us. Met him when my grandmother passed when I was turning 18. Exactly, the general. Hereby, we have never met. I have never met my great grandmother, which is my mother's grandmother. We have never met her. She was in a mental institution and died there. That's what we were told. The general said the same uncle jumped off the bridge in downtown Nashville that summer. Wow. Sorry to hear that. You see what I'm talking about? How suicide creeps in there? Johnny says Silk Sonic just dropped their version of Love Train by Confunction. That's my jam. Oh, wait a minute. Love Train. I gotta go hear that. All right. Thanks for that. Kiss the Boy says, if I never actually met you in person and I say we date, and I am most definitely having sex on a regular with a little dip on the side, I never plan to be with. I'm sure they do that too. Yoga Girl Sai said, I was dating a man for 6 months via video chat. The only difference is he's someone who I actually knew, and we decided to get to know each other in different way. We made a conscious choice to just converse via chat so that we would stop our drawers too soon. We spoke all the time and got to know each other. But don't forget, I knew him in real life from college first. Well, somebody could know somebody that ended up in jail and decide to marry them in there. But you see how you said video chat? They do that in jail. Hey, Black Ice. Kiss the Boy says them women be buying shit with their girl money. Yep. Yoga Girl Side said, at Kiss the Boys, sorry to hear this, sis. My dad passed 6 years ago on the 17th. His birthday is the 27th. Yes. Yep, Kiss the Boys. I'm going to be gay for the stay. You don't have to beat me up. If you want to lick my jaw, you might have to beat me up for me to lick somebody else. Now, that's a whole different story. I'll have to fight my way through that because... all right. Just any old, my lips are just not going on any old thing. All right. Pat said, check out YouTube Kanye and Jason Lee's interview. You will see another side of Kanye. Okay, I will. Thank you, Pat, for that. All right. Tally said, I just rolled out my chair raw. Listen, I'm just saying the fuck. I'm just being real. You know, y'all know me. I don't know how to be fake. I don't. So if I'm in jail, listen, and a little cutie hottie want to lick on this thing, drop down to get my eagle on. Hey, drop down to get my eagle on. I'm gonna do it for the vine and for myself. All right. Yoga Girl Side said, "Oh, I ain't reading that one." Hey, real Mama San, Mama's Nan. Hope I said that right. Hey, wealth and success. Black Eye says, so what's the topic? Cheating or looking for the okay to get peen sucked while in jail? Well, it could be. Kiss the Boy says there are men and women who want her body as is, and I think she shows her body because if it's okay for a thin girl, why not her? The topic didn't even get discussed today, Black Ice, because I started out talking about Kanye West and how mental illness is real and we shouldn't laugh at these things, right? And so I need to move to closure of the show, but The topic, sometimes I put a topic up here and sometimes we go a different direction, and that's perfectly fine. All right. I do think that this was a great topic to touch on because Kanye West right now is hot in the media and we need to stop laughing at the shit. Enough is enough. Okay. Hey, real God sent yoga girl size. Oh, that's okay. We grown folks, yoga girl side. If you saying sorry about that, don't come to Coffee with Friends after dark because I ain't apologizing for shit in that platform. Not a damn thing. Okay. Oh my God. Listen, Glamour, I'm just being real. The only thing I know how to be, but y'all know this is Coffee with Friends, the podcast. Yeah. I call it a podcast because I stuck a microphone on it. But it's always really kind of been a podcast. I just, didn't want to call it a podcast because I didn't want to commit to the whole podcast theory, and people really hold me accountable for it. I want to grow my platform in my own time frame, especially because I am a one-man band. So I have to do it to the to the best of my ability and do it in ways that work for me. All right. And so I know that I have a long way to go in building up the podcast, but I'm here for the long haul, y'all. I'm going to work this out and I'm going to continue to grow this platform. But today's topic originally was you don't like me, but you have a problem if I cheat. Yet we're still and we're still married, right? We're going to talk about that, just not today because we already started talking about mental illness and Kanye West and other areas of mental illness and checking in on yourself, right? For those that are struggling with some form of mental illness, don't be hard on yourself. If you find that you are the person that after every statement you're saying, just kidding, take a step back and figure out what's going on there. All right. Okay. Take a look at what's going on there because everything is not just kidding, right? That means that there's something behind that. There's a coping mechanism that's happening. And we have to recognize when other people that are around us are dealing with some things. Don't laugh at it, right? Either you're going to be a support system or get the fuck out the way. All right? It's not funny. Then you turn around, we laugh at the men that are displaying, mental health issues, and then yet we go home and we complain that our men don't talk to us. How is that? How does that even make sense? How does that even make sense? Right? If we want to be a safe space for our men, meaning our lovers, husbands, our men children, you know, we have to be more open to the fact that mental illness is fucking real. Okay? And it shows out in many different ways. We are watching it on Kanye West. Okay? We are watching it. I don't know what's going on. I talked about Wendy Williams the other day. And she posted some pictures that are circulating around social media of her laughing and looking happy. Those can be coping mechanisms as well. Wendy Williams has been through a lot, and people still joke about people's lives, right? I'm guilty. I'm guilty too. I'm not perfect. I'm human. I joke about people's lives, but I'm trying to do better. I'm trying to be a better person. So in order for, being that I'm trying to be a better person, I'm also speaking the words of being a better person out loud so I can hear it and other people can hear it too. Right? Everything is not funny, y'all. Mental illness is real. All right. But go to the link in my bio and follow me across YouTube, Facebook, IG, TikTok, where I do all my dances and all my videos. Hey, make sure, there's also a link on there for my other company, Essentially Raw, where I sell body butters, not body oils. I'm sorry. Let me scratch that off. Cause my friends, I do body oils for myself, and a couple of people have gotten gifts from me with body oils, but I do not sell body oils, but I do sell hair oil, hair moisturizer, it's called hair butter, and body butters, body scrubs, and things of that nature. That link is on there as well. Essentially Raw, that business has been going for about 9 years or so, and so I still have that going. But there's also the link to my retail site where you can get yourself a crop top hoodie and rock R2TB or a skull cap, because it's still winter, but spring is coming, y'all. Spring is coming. All right. Daylight is staying around a little bit longer. And listen, we're gonna be a little bit freer with the clothes. Listen, remember when you go to YouTube, don't just hit subscribe. Okay, it is important that you follow my YouTube channel, because when I launch Coffee with Friends After Dark, that is going to be a risque platform. That is going to be mood setting. We're going to talk about sexually charged topics. All right. So if you're ready for that, come through. All right. All right. And so come with the essence, have your wine in hands, no filter, be free. All right. That's coming soon. And so it's important that you follow me on YouTube, because I'm not sure that I will be doing Coffee with Friends After Dark on IG. I might just go full podcast with it, and you will see me on YouTube and on Facebook Live. All right. And I can invite guests directly on to my streaming platform, not IG, not Facebook, but the actual streaming platform. You can be a guest on that, and your other friends and family members will never know that you went live with Raw. So make sure you are following me across all of my links. And again, if you go to YouTube, don't just hit subscribe, y'all, and leave. You got to watch a video, right? A few minutes of a video, comment, hit like, share my video out. If you just hit subscribe and leave, they will remove your subscription within 24 to 48 hours because they think it's spam. They don't like that just subscribe to build your channel. They need organic growth. That's what YouTube fosters, organic growth. That's what they push, all right? And they are very serious about that. But in the meantime, between time, y'all, this is Raw to the Bone, and this was Coffee with Friends, and I'm the freak out, y'all. Aromas.
Months. I dare you to shut out the world. I dare you to shut out all the distractions. I dare you to give up everything that is keeping you from your dream.
If you have a dream,